We come to you north of the border from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Raptors are Canada's team. Only fitting. Toronto's the fourth largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the six.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
Well, in order to do the latter, one would think that if you win with Kawhi now, you can keep Kawhi, but I don't believe that to happen. I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
It's good.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the six, and quick.
Millsap. Goes to the right side. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Lowry with it. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Short jumper won't fall.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
They go to Jokic, down low. Another chance. Valanciunas with the denial. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
For Masai Ujiri, it's all about outlook because perspective is everything. And pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're Ujiri, you're throwing everything at the wall and you're seeing what sticks.
Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Has a chance. The shot by Murray, no good. To Ibaka. Lowry. Knocked loose. Nuggets have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, why do I feel like Canadians are really taking over the NBA? Kitchener's finest, Jamal Murray, is really coming into his own as a player. There was so much confusion his first year. Am I a one? Am I a two? And now I see a kid who is just Jamal Murray. He doesn't care what position he is. But when the ball is in his hands, there's no doubt about it. He is built for the big-time moments. And he's a scorer, an elite scorer that can make everybody else around him better.
To Millsap. Deep two there, won't go. To Lowry.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Kawhi Leonard. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions. Denver.
To Porter. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. To Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. And he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Free throw good. He's able to polish off the 3-point play. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. Nuggets with the basketball. To Porter. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Here's Leonard for 2. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 6 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
4-3. Oh, who saw that coming? Deep 3 at the buzzer. 1 quarter down. The Nuggets in front. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Screen coming.
To Porter. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, the one thing you don't have to worry about with Michael Porter Jr. is him lacking confidence. Before the NBA draft, he called himself a mix between Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Tracy McGrady. Big shoes to fill.
Leonard to Valanciunas. Nothing going here on that drive. And it's the Nuggets with the board. Nuggets have the possession. Jay, 46 wins, not good enough for Denver. Now the Nuggets trying to turn away the sting of losing that play-in game to Minnesota.
Actually, one could make the case that they could have been a playoff team if Paul Millsap didn't miss a huge chunk of the season. But I will say this about the Nuggets. They have the most underrated backcourt in the NBA when you think about Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. Both guards that can do it off the dribble and are both great leaders.
The drive, right to the basket. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Murray with it. 14-10 the score. To Porter. Raptors come away with it. It goes down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Valanciunas To Van Vliet. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. It's Denver's ball.
Uh-oh, lock-up time.
And count the basket inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Leonard to Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's 2 for 2 now.
That move, that was nasty right there. But look, if you don't want to defend him, let me know. I can get a 10-day.
To Jokic. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry, trailing by 4. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry to Danny Green. To Porter. And the nice finish at the rim.
You know, 2 years ago, it was not even a question that Michael Porter Jr. would have been the first pick taken in the draft. Due to a back injury that he suffered at Mizzou, he went on to be the 14th pick with the Denver Nuggets. But if he remains healthy and can sustain being healthy, he is a franchise-altering talent.
Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Deep right corner. Down low Jokic. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry to Ibaka. Can't miss those. Nothing going here on that drive. Murray to the basket, but it won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Lowry into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Here comes the screen. Lowry. That's good D. Shot no good. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end, and the Nuggets feeling good right now.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Nuggets dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Denver Nuggets. The Raptors did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Missed threes. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Jay Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game. And for all the fans at home, let me give you my top 5 centers real quick. I'll go with Joel Embiid, number 1, 2, DeMarcus Cousins, 3, Cat, Jokic at 4, and then rounding it all off, Rudy Gobert. Take that home.
Toronto has the basketball. Leonard to Danny Green. A pass stolen by the Nuggets.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Taken by the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 4 out of 10.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Murray into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Jamal Murray. Short jumper. Won't fall. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Oh, emphatic slam. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
They go to Jokic, down low. From the painted area, won't go down. It's the Raptors with the basketball to Valanciunas. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Jonas Valanciunas, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. First one goes down.
Okay.
2 for 2 on that trip. Murray with the basketball. Up 6. To Jokic. That pass taken away by Toronto. Ibaka. Jumper's good.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Denver's got it.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Lowry to Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Now a whistle. Timeout for Denver as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Let the debate begin, Jay. Michael Porter Jr., steal of the draft for Denver.
Well, after all the tests he went through, if Michael Porter Jr. is healthy, then yes, he is the ultimate steal of the NBA draft. Going number 14 was an absolute shock to a lot of us analysts and people around the country. Last year, we were talking about this kid easily, Ed, easily, by a wide margin, going with the first pick in the draft. This is a gem for the Denver Nuggets.
To Porter. Down low, Jokic. Nikola Jokic. Looking good. 4 for 5.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Able to convert inside.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy.
Watch the cutter, man.
Here comes the screen.
Right.
They get it down to Millsap. Shot from the lane won't go. Not that time. To Porter. That's blocked by Kawhi.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Leonard. Pass there, taken away by Denver. And the finish. Slam dunk. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Lowry to Van Vliet. Leonard. And he knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Denver ball right now. Short jumper off the mark. Lowry with it. His guys now trailing by a point. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Trying to cash in. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 3 for 6 now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Raptors in front. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. We thought based on this matchup, this could be a one-sided affair. But oh, Jay, this has been a tight contest.
Yeah, they got the lead, but they really had to work for it. And sometimes when you think you're going to have an off night and win the game by 20, that's when you find yourself in this league in those dogfights.
Toronto with the basketball. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Millsap. 5 to shoot. Jamal Murray. Shakes free and hits.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Lowry to Leonard. Short jumper off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet. Probing the defense. Knocked loose. Leonard to VanVleet. Leonard. No good. That's great defense. That pass taken away by Toronto. Knocked loose.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Monroe. Lowry. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the 4th.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Millsap. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Van Vliet. Lowry. Knocked loose. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. So possession remains with Toronto. Lowry. To Leonard. Has a look. Shot by Leonard won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Jamal Murray. Cleared by Ibaka. Fred Van Vliet to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Murray into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Denver with 4 to shoot. Jamal Murray. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here's Leonard for 2. And Millsap there to get the rebound. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Leonard to Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard. Millsap with the board. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie and overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Shot denied by Jokic.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
First free throw is good. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. That'll get out off the Raptors. We get a whistle and a foul with 1 second to go. It's not in the bag yet, but it would take a real meltdown for this to slip away.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. It's the Nuggets who come away victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Nuggets finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. They did an incredible job with the three ball, getting plenty of points from long range. As a squad, they were able to take advantage of a perimeter defense that couldn't lock them down. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Denver Nuggets. The Raptors must be devastated after such a close loss. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense, but still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Murray is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.